This is Dr. Aguilar here. Yes, we're seen to be insulted. Yes, I'm a scientist. And according to these facts, you'll get to know about this murder in the building. Well, we have search of on the way about a guy named Tim Kono was just found in his apartment. Tim Kono was just a nice guy living in the building until it come up to solve his murder that just came. What's going on about? You might know. Well, there's a bunch of clues in this you haven't know. It's just you don't know how it come up with this. Well, it looks like Tim Kono left some clues for around his apartment, like instruments. No, it is instruments. What does it mean? Well, he could be partner somewhat. Like, it just came up. Yeah. Well, it's just that Tim Kono was just about friends. The only friends is Mabel Mora. Tim Kono was friends with her until a huge fight came up against. It's just sad. After that, they was just a band with the four friends. What up with this murder? What just came up? Well, we're suspecting of something that will come with Tim Kono's murder. Oh, what about this other murder? What was her name? Bunny Folger. Bunny Folger was just she was a nice woman who was just walking around accusing thefts. What just came up with this? But she can always a little loopy in her mind. Just came up. She's been living in the building, and then she has a parrot. A parrot. Yes. Her name is Mrs. Gambolini. Gambolini. What can you understand? Gambolini, you don't know how it feels to be this around if you ever do.
I'm not telling you a thing.
Oh, you will tell it if you had ever known. If you tell me, tell us, who got Bunny Folger?
Back off.
No, you back off.
Back off.
Yeah. You know what? Parrots are just speaking your language. Okay, let me answer this.
Mrs. Gambolini, what happened to me? No, you just happened to me. Why are you trying to... Mrs. Gambolini, are you it?
Mwah. You just don't know how it... Okay. Yes. Bunny Folger was just got Mrs. Gambolini of a tricycle with her voice. Translate voices impressions. But that doesn't stop there. But Bunny had a friend, but well, not a lot, until she decided to walk up with the free guests that she complained. And then a couple of fuses, we'll never know. And then the killer walks up and gets her. It's just don't know. Okay, the third victim. Ben Glenroy. Ben Glenroy was an actor. He always wants to be an actor. It doesn't mean why he turns to be. Well, on the play, he was just walking out of his bedroom. He says, "I'm good," and turns out to be right in your moment, if you dare. And then, open curtains, turn up of the night. What turned me into a creature of the night? I'll tell you why. It's just a killer will never mention. And then he just walks up into this day. What I'll tell you. It's just, I mean, it doesn't matter. Help me. And then just lay there. In the minute, would ever known. He just lay there on stage, would never known. He just lay there on the stage. What? Who? I think he might have been poisoned. Okay, let's see. Was it rat poison? Yes. What could be eaten? Well, he was taken to the hospital, and the doctors take a look at him, and the nurses was so much include. If you never mind, in your dare, if you included. Well, we thought he was gone, but now he just came back. Boom! In there, if you dare. If you're there, if you never find, if you see, if what's happening. It's just came up with this solution, you know? Well, he was just... And then, he just... Oh, wow. What am I thinking? What's going on here? I'm going crazy, you know? Oh! Oh, my God. What was I thinking? If you ever do. It just turned out, you know? It just came up with your mind. And then, after it was no more of this chaos, he was just a disaster. Well, when he goes into this room, his dressing room, he was eating something what happened to a rat poison. Rat poison. He just walked into this rat poison. Well, I think he might eat a cookie. A death rattle cookie. Why? What can this turn out to be? It just came up with this. He ate one schmaggery. A baked schmaggery. Cookies are his only weakness. What come up with this of you ever do? And then it's a miracle. Charles, Oliver, Mabel walk into the elevator. Then boom! Kablam! Ben was crashed in the elevator. Gone! Covered in his nest. Covered in red liquid, if you do. Would they ever solve of these murders? But the fourth victim, her name was Sazz. She used to be a double for Charles him Savage, and was never known of this spectacular thrilling of this building. Who could ever get her? Sazz of Charles double. Who would get her? She was gone into, if you ever figure, who could be next to solve Sazz's murder? We can only think about this. We can only count on the 3 detectives who can solve this. Knowing what's wrong. And then I was just saying of crying out loud, who gets Sazz? Who did this to Sazz? And why? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Sazz was just an innocent lady who just walked into the room getting a bottle of champagne or a Tindilesiado. It's just a bottle of the name of the wine. In the matter of speaking, by these 4 victims I ever seen in these episodes of only murderers in the building, whatever came up with this, you never know. But we can trust on you to solve who can ever get Sazz. I guess this is the end. and this whatever end. And I guess whatever think of this video, whatever noon. I'm Dr. Aguilar. And this ends only murderers in the building.